What's up, y'all? It's CTV Chantel the Boss. So I wanted to do this video because I had a really good meeting with my client yesterday. So my client is young, 19, want to start an LLC so she could start her business. So she's like, she got to get her credit together. I'm like, well, you 19. How's your credit messed up already? She was like, well, I applied for a credit card and they gave me a $3,000 limit. And I spent the entire 3,000. Now my credit score is down. So first, I'm going into a whole different mood, which is teaching her about credit. And I'm telling her, she was like, well, I'm going to pay about $100 a week to get it down. And I'm like, well, that's not going to get it down fast enough. When we have a $3,000 credit limit, we only can spend 30% without a huge loss in our credit score. So 30% of 3,000 is what? $900. You only can spend $900. I wouldn't even recommend spending $900 because after you get over 15% credit card utilization, your credit score is going to start going down and down and down. So she was like, well, can you fix my credit? I'm like, well, I don't want to fix your credit. I want to help you understand it. I said, get that credit card down to about 15%, and then you'll see your credit score go up. And she was like, okay, cool. But I'm going to get you the money to start my LLC. I said, look, I want you to create a plan. I love that you're thinking big, but I want you to start small. I want you to start creating a plan to budget your personal life. She said, I really want to start my LLC so I can start my restaurant. I said, why the restaurant so fast? I said, let's start with building your brand. I said, let's start with starting something small, not a full blown restaurant. I said, once you create the brand already, it will create the need for the restaurant. There's no need for your restaurant because you don't have a brand. So talking to her, it's like, let's create the brand. What can we do to create the brand? You could start by selling some dinners. You could start by doing some pop-up shops. You could start by doing some catering. So guess what? Once you get the clientele, that brand will become strong enough and that brand can actually create the need for your restaurant. So let's not jump straight into the restaurant. Let's create the brand where you don't want to open a restaurant and then what? You have to get customers to come. Why would we take on the responsibility of overhead, rent for our space or a mortgage, employees, equipment for the restaurant, all the licensing and zoning and all that stuff when you don't have a product yet, you don't have a service yet. So building up the brand before you make that huge investment is a solid idea. When you open that restaurant, customers should be flocking to that restaurant because they already know who you are. So guess what? She listened to me. She said, Miss Chantel, I'm definitely going to start doing a lot of catering jobs and I'm start doing like little pop-up shops just to get my name out there so I can actually build my clientele. I said, once you build your clients, don't take on all that overhead of owning a restaurant flat out when you don't have any clients. You don't even have a product to sell. So the message for that young lady was to think big, but start small.